I love that I started the Not a Damn Chance podcast with just the nastiest story I have.
Part of this idea of this podcast is how you can become successful as living as just a regular human. I went to culinary school and I only went for a few months and I dropped out.
Look at that, kids. You can drop out of culinary school and get 2 Michelin stars.
I do what I can do so I could come back and do it all over again.
Not a damn chance.
Not a damn chance.
If you see yourself somewhere, take all the necessary steps to get there.
I just don't know how to quit. That might be my superpower.
You can all try and stop me. I hope you do.
Consistency was exactly what life was all about. Don't be genius here and wild there.
There's a beautiful moment where obstacles become opportunities, messes become messages.
I got shot in the face.
Jail was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I did put my head in a noose.
You heard 300 people dying.
Nobody can tell me, like, you're breaking the rules, you're doing this wrong. There's no right or wrong.
I don't care what it takes. I'm doing this.
We have a phrase for that. It's called not a damn chance.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of First Date. My guest today is an actress and stand-up comedian who you probably know as her super famous internet personality, Trailer Trash Tammy. Give it up for Chelcie Lynn.
Thank you, honey. Oh, claps. Thank you, honeys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show.
I'm excited.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm well-fed. I went and had barbecue right before, came straight here. I'm ready to go.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Are you in a relationship?
Girl, I've been in a relationship for 20 years. And saying that sounds fake. Saying that sounds like I'm lying. Because I'm like 20. I'm 25. You know, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. In a relationship for 20 years, that's insane. Yes, me and my husband, Greg, have been married for 16 years. Been together for 20.
How'd you meet?
We technically met on Facebook. It was, I know, but listen, it was back when, like, do you remember when Facebook, you had to have a college ID?
No.
So when Facebook first launched, nobody could have it. You had to have a college ID to sign up for Facebook.
Really?
That is a thing. Yes. General public could not have a Facebook.
You had to have a college ID.
You had to have a college email address. A regular email address would not work. You had to be a college student to pretend. You didn't know this?
No.
I'm right. Do y'all remember this?
You are correct.
You had to have a college email to have a Facebook. Yes. Yep.
I didn't go to college.
What
do you do if you want to connect and you didn't go to college?
You couldn't. You couldn't. It was the coolest thing ever. We thought it was just the coolest thing ever. So I had a Facebook had just popped that sucker open, and he went to kind of like a neighboring college. So somehow he sent me this dumb message that said, swear to God, it said, "I like your eyes. They really draw me in." And I literally go, what a loser. I go, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And we've been together 20 years.
Where did you guys go for your first date?
Gosh, it's hard to remember. I know that we like picked up food and we rented Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell. And we went back to his dorm room and watched it. And nothing sexual happened. We watched Kicking and Screaming.
You watched the movie.
We watched the movie. And I remember texting beforehand my sister and my best friend. And I was like, listen, I don't know this guy. I don't know if it's going to be weird. Please like call or text every like 15, 20 minutes. Just in case I need like a, hey, I got to go type of thing.
Right.
Which I don't know how well I would have played that off. It would have been obvious I was lying. But at least I would have had that. And about an hour into it, I finally go, all right, leave me the fuck alone. I'm okay. He's cool. Stop texting me. And that was our first date.
And y'all have been together ever since.
Yeah. Well, a couple months into it, we broke up.
Why?
It was weird because he was like, he kind of gently broke up with me. And I was kind of to the point where I go, all right, cool. I'm out of here. I didn't care because I wasn't like in love yet. But like a month later, we rekindled and he kind of never gave me an answer. I was like, well, yeah, what was that about? And he was like, oh God. He was like, I just got scared. He was like, I had these feelings and I got scared and I broke up with you. I don't know why. So that's been our only little spout, but we've been together 20 years, hardcore.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys want kids?
No, I don't think so. I think we would have probably already done that by now.
Yeah.
But I think when we first got married, I always thought we would. I never like loved the idea, but I always thought, well, that's what people do, right? Mm-hmm. You know, you get married and you have kids. And I told him, I was like, let's wait 5 years. I was like, okay. 5 years came quick. And I was like, oh God.
Quick.
I go, hey, can we wait another 5 years? And he was like, yeah, whatever. That came around quick again. I was like, damn. I go, these 5 years are coming around quick. I was like, let's just wait. He was like, whatever, I don't care. So finally, I think about 15 years in, I was finally like, hey, I don't think I want kids. And he goes, yeah, whatever. Cool. He goes, as long as I have my hot rods, I don't care. He's like a big car guy.
Yeah.
So he kind of was like, as long as I have my cars to play with and keep me like busy, I guess. Yeah. He goes, that's fine. He goes, whatever you want to do.
Well, do y'all have fur babies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do. And I'm about to cry that you brought them up. Tilly and Gary. And they are both about this big. Literally.
What are they?
Gary's a Japanese Chin. Tiny. And Tilly is a Miki. And they're both very little. And they're little babies that never grow up. And they're attached to my hip. And yes, those are very much annoyingly our kids.
Yeah.
So, and I know that's annoying to a lot of people. But yes, that's like our little family.
Okay.
Yeah.
How soon into the relationship did you introduce him to your parents, your family?
Oh gosh, they met. I have kind of a weird setup there, because my parents were meth heads, and so he met them later on down the road. Like I wasn't raised by them. It's a whole story. So he met my sisters pretty quickly. I think just after a month or two, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then I met his family very quickly as well. A couple months. But everything happened really fast, but we were together 4 years before we got married. So we didn't rush into like marriage or anything, but with like meeting everybody, that happened really quick.
Yeah.
That happened fast. Yeah. And we just discovered this the other day. My sisters have known him longer. They have known him longer than when they met. I think my younger sister was 12, and now she's like in her 30s. So she's known him longer than she's been alive. Basically,
wow.
You get what I'm saying? That correlation.
Yeah.
She was like, "That's crazy,"
because it's been so long,
and just time goes by so fast. It's like that's insane. But he's always been around. She was like, he's always been around since I was a kid.
Well, did you have any relationships really before him?
Not like a serious relationship.
That's like kind of your first one.
Yeah. My first love, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
My first serious relationship.
Does he ever go on tour with you?
Oh, yeah. He goes on tour, but he also gets on my nerves really bad. So sometimes I'll be like, you got to go. Go home. And you know what's funny is, so I went to I graduated high school with 12 people. And so I never. 12 people. 6 girls, 6 boys.
Where did you go to school?
Thackerville, Oklahoma.
Was it a public school?
Yeah. A regular school. I want to say total kindergarten through 12th grade, there was like 150 people. Yeah, the whole high school was like less than 60 people.
You went to like a free private school.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Except everybody left dumb. Everybody left dumber than when they started. We all left dumber than when we started. So I graduated high school with 12 people, and there were no cute boys in my school. I mean, that's slim pickings. You know what I mean?
12's not a lot.
That is slim pickings. And I was so excited to go to college and be a whore for a little bit. I was like, oh, God, finally I'm getting out of Thackerville. There's no cute boys. Like, I'm just going to go nuts, you know? and met him. Gosh, the first.
Then you got on Facebook.
Then I got on Facebook. Yeah, so I never really got to have that hardcore whore phase.
Did he live nearby?
Yeah, so he was just less than a couple hours away. And it's funny because he was closer to my hometown than I was in college. So it was like I'd go back to my hometown and he's right there pretty much. So,
right.
Yeah, it was easy. I just go back on weekends or whatever. Yeah, we were long distance for like 4 years and then got married. We didn't live together before we got married either, which is rare.
Wow.
Which is rare.
So y'all got married and then you moved in together?
Yeah.
Was there a reason why you were waiting?
No, it wasn't like a religious thing or it wasn't like a moral thing. It wasn't anything like that. We got married 2 months after I graduated college. So he graduated before me. He's a little older. And then he moved down to Dallas and was working. And so I was still in college and then I would just go back and forth. We'd go back and forth. And then we got married a month after I graduated college. And as soon as I graduated, it was kind of like I was waiting to get out of school type of thing.
Yeah.
And then we moved in together. And thank God it worked out fine.
Yeah.
Thank God it worked out fine because I know, like, I would never do that again, I don't think. You got to know how the person is, how the person lives. I think I had a pretty good key on it, but he's clean like me. He's like, it worked out perfect. I'm like, thank God. But I think I'm the only person I know that has ever said that.
Yeah.
That we didn't live together before we got married.
Yeah, I don't think I know anyone that doesn't live together.
And you can't now with how expensive. It's so easier to just be like, hey, let's split rent.
Yeah.
We're together all the time anyway. Big time. But it was a little different back then. I think we got married in 2009. So rent was a little cheaper back then. We lived in a really nice apartment in Dallas, 1 bedroom, and I think our rent was like $550.
Isn't it crazy to think that 2009 was like 16 years ago?
That's sickening. That's sickening.
What's wild to
I know.
me.
That's wild. That is crazy. That's how I'm like, how can I say I've been with someone 20 years? That's insane. It goes by fast.
Yeah.
It goes by real fast. Yeah.
So how did you, just some other questions, how'd you get into mukbangs?
By making fun of it. By making fun of it.
It was a joke?
It was a joke. And my fans loved it and would not let me only do the one.
I think you made them famous.
I think so too, maybe.
I think you did.
No, I don't know. It was just, God, when did I start those? It's been a while. But I remember hearing about like these mukbangs and they were getting like millions of views.
Yeah.
These people would like eat. And I thought, this is insane. People are watching people eat? That's crazy. So kind of what Trailer Trash Tammy does on the internet, I like make fun of like things that are popular or things that like are like, trending or whatever. I kind of put my own spin on it, basically making fun of it.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I did on this mukbang. I did one thinking it was going to be, I go, all right, I'm making fun of this. And people lost their minds.
Yeah.
Begging for more.
What did you eat?
Leftovers. And I put it on a plate, went out to my car.
When I started this podcast, it felt really intimidating. Setting up, filming schedule, logos. It was super overwhelming. And every day seemed to introduce a new decision that needed an answer. When you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing every day with new tasks. And that list can easily begin to overrun your life. Finding the right tool not only helps you out, but it simplifies everything, and that can be a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. Shopify has a ton of helpful tools like design templates, AI content creation, marketing, and inventory resources. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/date. Go to shopify.com/date. Shopify.com/date.
Leftovers. And I was screaming at the neighbor that wasn't there. I was screaming at her. Just made it a whole ridiculous thing. Ridiculous. And it just, gosh, I've been doing them like, 12 years now? Something like that. I do a couple a month. People just...
That's so crazy, dude.
It's what, and I will say this, it is the easiest content I do. I don't have to write anything. I don't have to think about anything. I just push play and eat and just riff. I'll just talk about dumb shit. I just riff. I'm like, all right, y'all love the easiest content I do. I'll keep doing it. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah. Mukbangs. You got to do one.
I know. I wanted to do one with you on this podcast.
I'll be back and I'll do it.
That would be
I'll
great.
Be back and I'll do it. You can be on my mukbang channel.
Can I tell you my vision?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
My vision is that we make each other sundaes.
Yeah.
And I want to have like all the different kinds of condiments that you can think of. And then
sprinkles, hot fudge.
Everything.
Okay.
And then we eat that together.
Great. I've never done a Sunday mukbang. So it's perfect. I've never done a Sunday mukbang. Let's do it.
Don't do it.
I'll wait. I'll wait for you.
Please don't do it.
I will wait for you.
I will make it so worth your while.
Okay.
I'll have every single kind of topping you could dream of.
Done. And they're fun. You just like, I'm always like, I truly always think, why do people watch these? I feel so dumb, just eating in my car, but people go nuts for them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you've never done a Sunday mukbang and I've never done a mukbang.
We'll do one. You'll have fun.
I can't wait.
You'll have fun. You're going to start mukbanging. You're going to start mukbanging. Yes, you will.
Well, before you got married, did you have a type?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I like a little bit of everything. Listen, I still look. I like a little bit of everything. I don't care. You know what I mean?
So what's your type then?
Truly. A little bit of everything. I really like my husband. I know that's cheesy, but I like a little bit of a dad bod. I like a bigger guy. I like a beard.
Yeah.
A mustache. He can fix your alternator. I love that shit.
A man.
I love that shit. I love it. But I appreciate just a dude. I'm like, oh, he's hot, and he looks nothing like my husband or whatever. I appreciate a little bit of everything, but I just like a man. And I was telling my sister this not too long ago. I appreciate the fact that, like, Greg, if I want a table built, guess what? He's going to build a table. If I want a shelf built and he doesn't know how to, he's like, I don't know how to, if we have a leaky pipe, guess what? He's fixing it.
He actually does things.
If I need a new, I'm not kidding. Like, if I want new tile in the bathroom, guess what? He's going to learn how to lay tile. He'll learn. He will find out how to do it. If he doesn't know how to do it, he will fix it. It is insane. And to me, it is the biggest turn on. If I'm like, hey, we need to call the electrician. Guess who's not calling the electrician? And guess who's doing it himself? And doing it right and fixing it correctly and doing it's insane. It's insane.
It sounds like he's really smart.
Yeah. Yes, he is. He's very smart. He has his master's degree in biomedical engineering. But if you met the guy, you'd think that's one dumb redneck. You really would. You think that guy, but he is like so intelligent. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Yeah. The yin and yang in there.
Do you guys go on vacations?
Oh, all the time.
I feel like when you travel, that can also be a vacation.
Yeah. We
like travel for stand up, I should clarify.
Yes. But we love the vacation too. We were talking this morning about how, so I'll be on the road till July, starting this month to July. And then as soon as we get home, I go, let's go to New Orleans for a few days and then go to Hawaii. And he goes, great, let's do it.
Have you been to those two places?
Yes.
So those are like two favorites.
Yeah. But we haven't been in a while. We haven't been in several years. So I was like, two favorites.
Where do you like to go in Hawaii?
I would go to Kauai and Oahu. Those are my top two.
Kauai is like very, it's a little bit more secluded.
Yeah, it's not as like, it's not as developed, I guess you would say.
It's not as popular.
But that's why I love it.
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful. It's the most. Have you been?
I have not been to Kauai. I've been to Oahu twice.
I think if you go to Kauai, you're gonna be like, oh God,
I've always wanted to go. I've seen pictures.
It's amazing.
I would love to go.
Yes.
All of my questions here are on like me pitching you a mukbang.
I love it.
How do you feel about ranch dressing?
Love it, but I'm picky.
What do you think ranch dressing goes with?
Everything. You don't like ranch?
You said you were picky.
I'm picky on the type of ranch. I don't want no bottled shit.
Oh.
Don't give me a craft bottle of ranch.
That's rude.
I want a good homemade ranch with fresh dill.
Yes, ma'am.
And fresh, like, cracked pepper and, like, good ranch.
God,
I don't want Equate brand shit ranch.
Ugh, talk dirty to me.
Yes. I will, no, but if it's a good ranch, I will dip anything in that shit.
Where's the best place you've been that has the best kind of ranch?
Oh. Wingstop is great.
Okay.
Wingstop's ranch is really good.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like chain restaurants that are good. Gosh. Like I said, Chili's has okay ranch. If we're talking about chain restaurant ranches, I love a good like fancy steakhouse ranch.
Oh
with
yeah,
a wedge salad.
When they like make it really thick and creamy.
Oh my gosh, a wedge salad with fresh ranch, nothing better. Where do you think?
Have you ever been to Via 313?
No,
girl.
Is it here in Austin?
It is.
Okay.
There's a pizza place called Via 313. You have to go to the one in downtown.
Okay.
And they have, it's like, I don't know if it's Chicago or Detroit style pizza, but it's thick and it's like a square.
Mm-hmm.
And Detroit style pizza.
Okay.
And they have, it looks like that.
Oh.
It's like their meat lovers one or whatever it is. But what we're talking about is the ranch. But that is the pizza.
Okay.
That's my favorite pizza with the ricotta on it.
Oh.
I had it like 2 days ago. I usually eat that once a week. It's
okay. I'm staying downtown, so I'm hitting that up.
That
done.
And the ranch.
Okay.
And it's like, it's the thick, fresh dill. They homemake it. It's so, I think that part of the reason I like the pizza so much is because the ranch is so good.
The pizza is a way for you to vessel the ranch.
Thank you.
Yes. I get what you're saying. And why do restaurants, to me, like ranch lovers, and we're everywhere, ranch lovers will pick, we will not go to restaurants. And even if the food's good, if the ranch is nasty and bottled and not good, I won't go back, even if the food was good.
Same.
Why do restaurants not get that? It does not take long to make a good ranch.
It really doesn't.
Put in the extra effort.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
I feel like we just bonded over ranch. Do you feel like a first date, like going to somewhere fancy or going somewhere more casual is the way to go?
I say more casual. And I'm the type that like if a guy can't afford something nice, if we're going to freaking just the most casual place, like I would be okay with that. I really would be okay with that. Oh, you want to go to McDonald's? Cool. Let's go to McDonald's. I'm not going to like pressure to go spend freaking $300 on a nice meal.
Yeah.
Not at all. Maybe after a few dates and you're really feeling that person, you're like okay, I want to really put time in it. But a first date, no. Do you expect different?
No, I don't.
You'd go something yeah.
I also like, depending on the person, I'll cook. And I know that's like a hardcore red flag. Like some people are like, you're putting in too much effort right off the bat. But
not if you love to cook. Do you love to cook?
I do love to cook.
I would do that too. Because I love to cook. I would do that too. Absolutely.
Yeah. And if I really like kind of have been talking to someone and I'm interested in getting to know them,
yeah,
I like to cook.
That's true. And that is a more intimate setting. It's a more intimate date. You're chilling in the kitchen in your house.
Yeah.
Like, I can see that. I can see that for sure.
It doesn't mean that you're going to like stay and we're going to hook up.
Right.
I have no problem.
Right. Bouncing.
Yeah. Being like, all right, well, this was really nice.
Yes.
What do you like to cook?
Oh gosh, I'm a big cook. Everything. I make a really good roast and cabbage. I make the best garlic mashed potatoes I've ever had. It's like half butter and cream, so it's like I'm just a big.
It's like,
cook.
are there even potatoes in it?
Right. And growing up, we ate like whatever the food bank had, literally. So I think once I grew up and like I started being like I don't think I had a steak till I was in college. Swear.
What did you eat growing up?
We had like those like ground like those like chuck steaks, the really thin, like the cheapest steaks you can get. And my grandma would just fry them till they were burnt to a crisp. So then that's what she called steaks. So it wasn't until I started dating Greg, he wanted to go to the steakhouse. I was like, I don't like steaks. 'Cause I'm thinking like they're, I really did. And just growing up and not, we didn't have social media. I didn't have TikTok. I wasn't looking at steaks, people cooking steak. That's what I thought a steak was. And I remember we had been married for probably 2 or 3 years before I ever had asparagus, fresh asparagus.
Steakhouses make really good asparagus.
I know. I thought it only came in a can. And we went over to his...
What?
You've never had canned asparagus?
Oh.
It's actually pretty good. It's actually good. But we always had canned asparagus, and it wasn't until his coworker invited us over for dinner, and she had cooked fresh asparagus, and I was like, oh my God.
Canned asparagus.
And
I'm sorry, I can't get over it.
It's soggy and floppy.
It sounds like my ex.
So it wasn't, it wasn't until I kind of like graduated high school and was in college that I started like, I used to work at Whole Foods, so that like opened up a whole new world of like cooking and foods I'd never heard of. Quinoa? The fuck is quinoa? Like I hadn't heard it. So that's when I like started, and we got married, and that's when I started like cooking, and oh yeah, I'm a big cook.
I love that. Mm-hmm. Do you encourage farting on a first date?
Oh, I'll fart right now. Yeah.
How long did it take you to poop in front of Greg?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even remember. Like poop in front of him, like he's coming in the bathroom brushing his teeth, or poop while he's like in the house.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because there's a difference.
Way different.
There's a difference. There's a big difference.
Let's do the one where like he can enter the bathroom and you feel comfortable enough to poop.
Pretty deep in there, I think. Because I still am weird about that. And not necessarily that I don't want him to be in there, but I'm like, I'm shitting. Why are you choosing right now to come in and put lotion on? Why in this moment are you choosing to do that? So I'm still weird about that. He knows, like, if I'm in the bathroom, don't come in there.
If I close the door, that's the hard no.
Yes.
But if the door is open, then it's a free for all.
Mm-hmm. And he'll think that if I'm in the bathroom, the door's closed, that's his time where he remembers all the things he wants to tell me. So he'll stand on the outside of the bathroom, tell him, and I'm just like, Greg, give me a minute. I'll be right out. So yeah, that annoys me. So probably deep down in there, it took a while.
Yeah. When the door closes, the conversation does too.
Yes. God.
I feel like in my relationship, he will ask me questions when I have something really important to do. Like I went shopping the other day for something really important and really specific, and I had an appointment, and I was shopping for wedding dresses.
Okay.
I had 2 hours. I pay for the 2 hours. I'm with my mom and his mom, and I told him that I was going to do this thing. The minute that the appointment started, he sends me like a portfolio to look at. He's like, tell me what you think about these colors in this portfolio. And I'm like,
ain't got time. I got 2 hours to get this dress.
Like, I'm actually really focused on what I'm doing right now. Like, can't look right now.
So did he not know what you were doing?
No, he did know.
What?
Yeah. Anytime that I'm like doing something like very specific, and right now I probably have text messages of him asking me something, and I can't because I'm busy. He likes to know that he's important. When I'm.
That would irritate the hell out of me.
What do I do?
Oh, I would ignore.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Ignore until you're done and you have time. Ignore, 100%.
When you get out of a relationship, do you communicate what happened that was wrong, or do you ghost?
Oh gosh, this is a big hot topic. We talk about this a lot on my podcast because my sister is a professional ghoster.
Yeah,
and I can't relate. Now, I feel like if I was talking to a guy for a couple days and I wasn't feeling it, okay, I could ghost. I think I would give hints that the ghost was coming.
Right.
But if I've gone on dates with somebody and we've been talking for weeks or months, I could never ghost.
So when you give hints that you're ghosting, it's like you slowly distance yourself?
I just would I've never ghosted anyone, but listen, my sisters are single, so like I'm in that world, I feel like. We talk a lot. So I feel like I'm in that world with them. Like Maggie, my sister, said, "Oh, it's easier just to ghost. I don't have to explain anything to them. I don't have to get the feedback of them getting upset and pissed off." And then she goes, "It's easier just to ghost." And I feel like I'm a great communicator, though. I feel like I would be well at being just like, "Hey, here's what's going on. I'm getting just whatever." I would be open about that.
Yeah.
I would not ghost if I had been dating them for a little bit.
I'm with you.
I don't understand what the big deal is. And she goes, "It's easier just to block the number."
Dude, it's the blocking for me that I'm like.
Yeah. I don't get it.
The world is a small place. And I've run in to people before, and I would feel so awkward if I ran into someone that I just ghosted.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine?
What would you
You have to pretend like they don't exist, right? Isn't that what you've done? You're like, "Okay, you're eliminated."
Pretty much. Yeah. And she's had people ghost her and then come back around 4 months later out of nowhere. "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "No.
You can't do that."
Because the chick he ghosted you for, ghosted him, and now he's back. I don't think so. It's such a weird, I dated before the Tinders and the ghosting didn't even exist. My Greg, when we first started dating, he didn't even have text on his phone. So we never texted.
How'd you communicate?
Phone calls.
Wow, like real people.
Like back in the olden days.
Whoa.
And looking back, I'm like, damn, I am getting old because this whole like online dating stuff really didn't exist. And it has changed so much that I'm like, I'm kind of so thankful that I slipped in right before it took off.
You did kind of like...
I slid right in. Right before the social media, right before the dating got weird with, I slipped right on in. I don't know how, but I did. I'm so thankful. Because I just hear nightmare stories from my sisters. On our podcast, we have people call in, and people call in with just wild. And I just think like, man, I feel so sorry for all the young people that don't know any different.
Yeah.
They don't know any different from just swiping. No. He's cute. No. Like, that's just such a weird mental thing. And we're getting deep here.
I love that.
It's just such a weird, just to be like, and those people you're swiping on could be great people. And you're just like,
you really have no idea. Because you're going straight off of an image for the most part.
Right. Which is crazy. How many times have you worked, had a job where you worked with someone and you're like, "Oh God, that guy's so nasty." And then like 6 months later, you're like, "Oh, I'd fuck him."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
that was so exciting for me.
They grow on you. Dudes grow on you.
Friends, like guy friends that I've had that I was like friends with a long time ago that I like never was attracted to. Whenever you get older and you start like realizing what you want in a relationship, your guy friends look really attractive. Because you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy.
We get along, you're funny, we have a common interest. It's like, I can't believe I never saw that before.
Yeah. And you're not getting that with the swiping.
No.
You're not getting that at all.
No.
Yeah, it's weird. I always think my nieces are, 13 and 15, and I'm always like, oh, they're about to start swiping. Oh, God, I feel so sorry for them. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, so it's crazy.
How did Greg propose to you?
Ooh, he did it up good. He did it really sweet. It was very, very small and but it was really sweet. So when we had our first kiss, that was like date 2 or 3, which is crazy.
That's kind of a long time.
I thought so too, but I was waiting on him, and he was all nervous and stuff. We did it really weird, and so it was like date 3, and we stopped at this random we went to go eat, and we stopped at this random like park, like a city park, and it was like 11 at night. And long story short, we walked around the park just talking or whatever, and we got to like the playground, and Greg, we were sitting on the bench, and Greg was like, what do you give me if I make it across the monkey bars or something like that? And I knew what he was hinting at, and I was like, well, go do it and we'll see. I'll let you know, So he made it across the monkey bars, and he came back, and that was our first kiss. We kissed. So on the night he proposed, we went to Red Lobster. Okay.
My mom's favorite restaurant.
And that was fancy for us.
It's still fancy.
It is. But then it was like, man, you thought we went to freaking just Morton's or something. Like, that was like fancy for us. So we went to Red Lobster. And then on our way home, he detoured. I'm like, where's he going? And he went to that park. And I thought, oh, this is sweet. He goes, we're back at the park where we had our first kiss. I'm like, okay, this is sweet, So we get out and we're walking around. He was like, let's recreate the night we had our first kiss. And I'm like, oh, I kind of thought it was cheesy, but it was sweet. So, and he did everything. He even asked, what do you give me if I make it across the monkey, all this stuff. And he went across the monkey bars. And when he came back, the moment we were supposed to kiss, he got on one knee and proposed before he kissed me.
Did you cry?
I think I did. It was really sweet.
That's very romantic.
I thought it was very, very sweet. Yeah. And then he left his leftovers of Red Lobster in the truck overnight, went out the next morning, and ants got into him, and he still talks about that to this day. Not the night we got engaged or whatever. The thing he remembers about the night we got engaged was the ants ate his Red Lobster leftovers. And he will still, 16, 17 years later, bring that up. I'm not kidding. I'm like, my God, you got to get over it, brother.
Yeah, right?
Damn. But yeah, I thought it was sweet. I thought it was really nice.
That is really sweet.
Yeah.
The next time that you come on my podcast, we have to do a mukbang.
100%. I want to.
Let me know when you're coming back in town.
I'm in Austin a lot, I feel like.
Great.
I'm here at least once or twice a year. So let's do it.
Anytime.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Where can people find you?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm on the road right now, so please come and see me. Try to do stand-up comedy. And my website is eatmytrash.com. That is my real life website. Eatmytrash.com. But I'm on the TikToks and the Instagram. I'm all over the place. Just look up Chelcie Lynn. You'll find me.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, honeys. I had a good time. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait till you come back.
Well, all right. Well, next time we're mukbanging.
Yay. Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of First Date. We'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date.